I'm David Ketchum. I run a company called Bytes Communications. And with our roots in PR, we come up with really great creative brand campaigns and then run them across social, digital, PR, events, whatever medium works best for our client.
And I'm Robbie Hills. I work for Google, and I look after our platforms in China, Southeast Asia, and India. And social, social is getting baked into everything we do at Google these days. And in a previous life, I worked in a social gaming company. So, I like going out, so I'm pretty social.
Perfectly social.
Yeah.
So, drinks all around. I guess, what we find at Byte is, as I said before, it starts with the idea. And where social fits in is a combination of technology. So we do a lot of listening for our clients, and Google is useful in that respect to find out what conversations are taking place. And as a brand, what conversation can you credibly join? Because your target audience is talking about lots of things out there, but you can't necessarily credibly join every conversation.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, right? And when you talk to your clients, at what stage do you introduce social, right? Because there's so many clients go, right, I want to get into social, and what they're really saying is, I want a page on Facebook.
Right.
Right. But when advertisers or brands go, well, I want to get into social. Well, what is social?
Yeah.
And I think to me, it's like we call it social marketing or social media, and really, there's no one definition of it. Yeah. And for me, that's the hard thing, trying to get clients on board with social, is saying, what is it?
For sure. And I think one of the things that we've noticed is you have to split social into two parts. You have to put it into the campaign strategy and then the execution of it. And they're really two quite different things. So at Byte, we manage about 45 or 50 different brand communities around Asia Pacific. And for that, we use a lot of fresh university grads who are really enthusiastic. We prepare editorial calendars. They join conversations. They get the content out there. They produce videos. They post things. Right. They look at the metrics, and they tweak constantly. But the actual social media strategy needs to be handled at the marketing director and at the sort of senior consulting level. And that's not so much about the technology or the posting of content. It's much more about what's the brand positioning, which conversations do we want to be part of, how do we get involved in a credible way.
Yeah, and I think social's evolved so much over the last 12 months. I mean, in every month, all of a sudden, there's something new to do in social. Yeah. There's a new site. There's a new Google Plus. No, there's a new site where you can actually start, new technology where you can actually sort of brands. There's so much information coming at them that we need to, as marketers and as agencies and as publishers, we need to really sort of start just dissecting it all down and not bombarding marketers and CMOs with all of this this sort of laundry list of social opportunities. Right. And you said it before. I mean, I think the one thing I've seen that found work is if you're getting into social as a brand, start listening. Right. What are people saying about you? And I mean, start there, and then you've at least you're going to start understanding what's going on.
Yeah. The other thing that we're seeing is that most people just don't have the education to make a good decision about, I'm talking about clients, and for agencies, a lot of our work is education. I participated in some roundtables at the Google office in Singapore, and we just spent a whole afternoon with agencies and with clients, and as we talked through things, it was just amazing to see how much people didn't know, and also knowing a little bit about Google, how much time you guys spend just exposing people to things. And I'm going to do a little bit of a low blow here and say Google Plus, is that still around? Does that still work? Yeah. And then when you learn about it, it's a great tool and it works really well, and it's a fantastic platform, and things like Hangout, and there are all this functionality and resources out there, and it takes actually a lot of time and effort to learn enough about it to make it work for you.
And look, I mean, for us, Google Plus is really getting baked into all of our products. It's not meant to be a Facebook like for like. It's about getting social interactions into everything that we do. Right. So that's why you see it through YouTube now, and you see it through our search stuff. You see it through. Even in advertising, I do a lot of work with rich media advertisers about making sure that the ads that they build include social interactions. Because now, even with a cool banner ad or a cool video or a cool whatever it needs to be, it's like, well, how can I share that with my friends? Can I Google Plus it? Can I like it? Can I share it on Twitter? Right. And that for me is the big thing that's happened in the last 12 months is like people are sharing more and more ads that they've seen. Which because everyone says to me, banner advertising, Robbie, that's wallpaper. Right. I never click on a banner ad. But you start when you go to a brand, you say, you know what, I can actually share it, I can +1 it, I can like it, or I can tweet it.
Right.
Well, that's not true. People actually, if your ad is engaging enough, people will share it.
Right. The thing that I'm excited about there is people talk about the ubiquity of the web, but actually it's the very specific communities that are interesting. And as you said, if you're in a community or you've got a group of friends and you see a very particular ad, right? It might be for something like construction equipment or model airplane propellers or some very, very specific topic, but that can be incredibly viral when you're reaching out to the right community and engaging them.
Right, and for us, that's where our product hangouts. We've seen like these little communities pop up.
Good product plug there.
Yeah, right. We've seen these little communities pop up from most obscure things. Whether it's from a support group for a particular illness that someone's had, or whether it's the local chess club or the local football club. It's just allowed people to come together and actually share their experiences.
Can we talk a little bit about measurement, because our clients love Google search, right? We work with a large international hotel chain, and we know when we spend X on search media, we're going to get Y in revenue for the client, and they love that. But then when we get into social, it gets a little more hazy and fuzzy.
Well, I think as long as you set at the outset, well, what are we wanting to measure here? What are the metrics that we want to do? If you define that at the start, that it's not about a click through. It's not about how many people have +1'd you or shared you. It's about how many, what people are saying about you. How many? What's the positive sentiment? What's the negative sentiment? They're the sort of things I think that we need to start looking at.
We had a client recently. They said, we want 1,000 Facebook fans.
I can sell you 1,000.
Exactly.
How much?
And we said, yes, but what's your bigger strategy? And they said, you don't understand. We want more fans.
Right.
So I think different clients and different companies,
different countries, different markets,
different places along the curve.
Yep.
Yeah. Good.
Excellent.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, David.
Okay. Cheers.